Happy Monday, guys. Welcome. It is my Get Ready With Me for week. Have I been doing it over a week now? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've been doing it for like 10 days now. I think almost every single day. I think I did one day where I didn't do it. But at least a week and a half now. So today I'm going to review my last week of weight loss. What have I been doing? How have I been doing? What have I been doing with my other Instagram page? My personal Instagram page. Like, how has that been going? Have I been doing my challenge through May? All of the above. When we talk about all of that. So, whilst I get ready and simultaneously do my makeup for the gym. So, updates. As you guys know, I weigh every day, and I get my clients to weigh every day also. However, we don't believe in highs and lows. We're not like, oh my God, you did really well because one day you dropped really low, or vice versa, like one day you went really high on the scale. So you've done crap, you need to beat yourself up. Like, that is not what we're about, but we are about weighing every day. And then what I do is take a weekly average. So you guys need to do this. So I'm going to tell you how to do this baseball, because for some reason, people really struggle with taking an average. So I'm going to tell you what to do, and you guys can write this down. Grab a pen and paper. So you will weigh every day, unless you've got a history of eating disorder, unless you work nights, for example, unless you are not sleeping well, or you've got some condition. Like, aside from that, if you are a normal person doing like a 9 to 5, for example, or like whatever, then this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna weigh in the morning after you've been to the toilet, but before you eat or drink anything. Okay, don't eat or drink and then be like, oh shit, I forgot to weigh. In that case, don't weigh. But otherwise, you're gonna weigh as soon as you've been to the toilet. You get up and you put it on the scale. You stand on the scale in similar clothes. So if you're always gonna weigh in your underwear, weigh in your underwear. If you're always gonna weigh with like pajamas on, weigh with pajamas on. The best thing to do is stick consistent. I would try and weigh as much as possible in just underwear, or like a light pajamas or whatever, or naked, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. So, but don't be like, oh, this time I'm going to wear my dressing gown, and then like next time I'm not going to wear anything, and then next time I'm going to have my shoes on. Like, geez, come on, guys, use common sense. So you're going to weigh, and then you're going to write it down. If you're one of our clients, you can put on the app. If you're not a client, then just put it on a piece of paper. Okay, I use it on my scales. Actually, like, document it. They keep the information on there, so I can just refer back to it. So wherever you guys prefer. But every day you've weighed. Okay. Next, you're going to wait for the next 7 days. So you've got 7 days total. You're going to add up all of the weights you've got. Okay, so you're going to add up every day. So for example, mine might have been 150.2, the next day 150.8, the next day 151.3, the next day 149.8, and whatever. I'm going to add them up. Make sure you've got the decimal point there as well. And once you've got all 7 days, you're then going to take an average. So you've added all 7 up, then you divide by 7. Okay. If you've only got 3 days of weigh-in, because maybe you are a night shift worker, so you only went to sleep at a reasonable time for 3 nights, and you woke up at a reasonable time for 3 mornings, you've only got 3 weighings, in which case you add up the 3, and then you divide by 3. So however many you have, you add those up and divide by that same number. Okay, I don't know why people struggle with this. I know I'm not the best at maths, guys, but this is very, very, like, everyone can do this. Get a calculator. I just did mine just now. So you've weighed every morning 7 days. Fab. You've added all the 7 days up and divided by 7. This gives you your average. This will account for any highs you have and any lows you have. So maybe you spiked because, like me last week, last week, I was on my period, so my weight went up slightly. And then obviously when I was coming off, I heard my weight was dropping. So that's going to account for any of these like highs and lows. It's also going to account for if you ate late one day, or you ate extra carbs, or you just have like a rogue weigh-in. this is going to account for that, right? So your average is super, super important. And this is why it's important also to not just weigh once a week, because what if I weighed once a week and that what happened to be when I was on my period, or when I was just about to come on my period, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm crap. I'm heavy. My last week has been like an utter waste. It's pointless, right? So you have to take the daily weigh-in, take an average. All right, so guys, we got our average. Good, good, good. Next, you take the next 7 days. So you weigh another 7 days, implementing something. So this could be like hitting your protein, hitting your walks. It could be eating your calories, hitting your gym, whatever it's going to be. Hello, Marina. So now you've got 2 weeks of weights, okay? You're going to do the same average for the second lot of 7 weigh-ins. So you're going to add up the last 7 days. You're going to divide by 7. And then you've got another average, right? So again, maybe 149.8, 152.3, 151.7, wherever. And now you've added those up and you divide by 7. So now you've got your first week average and you've got your second week average. Now, that's like step 2. Step 3 is you take your week 1 average. It sounds more complicated than it is, guys. Take your average from week 1. You take away your average from week 2, and you see what the difference is. So if you were, let's do like very basic maths, right? Let's say your average on week 1 was 151. And then on week 2, you're 150. So you take the second week off the first week, and that means that you've lost 1 pound on average, which is a really, really good result. Really good result, guys. 1 pound on average is solid. So that's how you work out your average. Okay, so this is what I did this morning. So I've weighed for the last, I weigh almost every day of my life. But the last 2 weeks I've weighed. I took my progress pictures last week, which I still haven't uploaded. But I will, and I will take some new ones, and I will talk you through it. So last week, my average was 151.42, 151.4. This week, my average is 150.6. Okay, so that means I've lost 0.8 pounds on average. So almost a pound on average. So let's review it. Was I calorie counted? Did I track my macros all week? No. I tracked about 3 days, if that. Maybe 2 actually. 2 or 3 days I tracked anyway. But generally I eat the same thing day in, day out, which means that as long as I'm, within that kind of range, I know approximately what I'm eating. So I'm not bang on with my calories, not bang on with my macros, but I know enough. I know roughly I'm, in a good position. So for those of you who want to know, last week I wasn't aiming for a calorie goal. I was literally just tracking at the end of the day where I was eating. So I wasn't planning. I was just tracking, which for most people I would not recommend. But for me, it's okay. And that's because I've tracked for, years and years and years, and I've got the knowledge behind me. And like I say, I just eat the same kind of thing every day. My macros, I did not have a target. Yeah, crazy, right? I didn't have a calorie target. I didn't have a macro target, but I still lost weight. How is this? So I made a real effort to just eat more protein. Like that was it. I didn't have a target of like eat X amount of protein. I just said, I'm just going to eat more protein. So when I tracked a couple of days, I ended up around 1,800 calories and around 165, 170 grams of protein. That was me purely just trying to eat more, right? So down 0.8 pounds, no calorie counting, no macro counting, just tracked where I kind of ate and aimed for more protein. Generally, I ate kind of like a lower carb diet just because I wasn't as active last week, because I know I'd be sat down a lot, working on the challenge for the clients. So I just generally didn't eat too many carbs. I made sure that I got a lot of fruit. That's a lie. I don't really eat fruit very much. A lot of vegetables. I make sure I got a lot of vegetables in for the week, each day. And that's another thing that really, really does help you lose weight. Protein and fiber. So I made sure that I was hitting those. Where is my brush, guys? No, not that brush. This brush, yes. So they are the nutrition things I did. I also made a real effort to try and drink more water as well, because I've noticed that I'm dehydrated. So there we go. Making sure that I'm bumping up my water as much as possible. I'm probably drinking 3 or so of these a day. I think about 750 ml each. So 2-ish liters, maybe something like that, perhaps, that I'm drinking a day, which is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And the other thing I implemented last week was my me time day. So this is the challenge that I'm running in my own, it's my personal challenge to myself on my second Instagram account, on my personal journey Instagram account. Hey, Caroline. So this is basically, I'm taking 10 minutes of me time a day. So let's review. Did I do this? Well, it should be a straight yes or no, right? So if it was a straight yes or no, it would be no. However, I'm going to caveat this with, it wasn't necessarily just me time. Sometimes this was a walk with Cam, but I made a real effort to like put my phone away and also turn the Bluetooth off my watch, because even if my phone is like away somewhere, I'm still getting notifications through, I'm still getting messages, and every time it pulls me out of myself, if that makes sense. I'm like, not dozing, but I'm being present and being mindful, and then all of a sudden buzz, I'm like back to kind of reality, where the point of this is to come out of reality for 10 minutes a day kind of thing. So was I perfect at this? No, but did I make the effort? Yes, and that's what I'm proud of myself for doing. So, hey Tam, I'm down from 151.4 as an average to 150.6, so 0.8 pounds. So I'm pretty happy with that. Didn't calorie count, didn't macro track, or I didn't aim for any macros at least. And I'm down that much. I went to the gym. Guys, last week was the first week I felt motivated to go to the gym for I do not know how long. So I was really happy with my performance, just getting there basically, pushing myself. I'm feeling like I'm enjoying myself again. So another tip that I'm doing now is switching off my phone into like an exercise mode I've got Galaxy, like an Android. So what I'm doing is I've created a couple of modes. I've got a relax mode, a sleep mode, an exercise mode, and just like a normal mode. Exercise mode, everything, all my social media gets blocked, gets turned off. But what is allowed is camera, because I sometimes like to film myself to see my form, and also to be able to watch it back. So my gallery is also open. TrueCoach, which is our coaching app that all our clients use and I use myself. And Spotify, right? So any like music that I want to listen to, that's all open. Oh, and WhatsApp, because sometimes I message Cam in my workouts if I need him. Like, come and spot me, please. I need help. Aside from that, everything's off. I don't talk to clients. I don't, most of the time. I don't do anything that is going to take me out of my workout. That means as well, I'm not getting distracted. I'm sitting, I'm kind of like timing my rest periods, so my heart rate's staying like a decent amount. So that is a barrier, I guess, that I'm creating for myself on purpose, a good barrier. What else? My other zones, my other, what did I call them? Themes, or whatever I call them. Relax. All social media comes off, all of it. Again, Spotify, YouTube, Airbnb, internet is allowed on, but basically any social media apart from WhatsApp is off. My WhatsApp basically stays on the whole time because I like to stay in contact with my family. And then I've got a sleep mode where everything goes grey. YouTube goes off. It's like, obviously social media is already off, but like all my internet goes off, everything basically, my whole thing turns off aside from WhatsApp. And that is me ready for bed. And then my other mode is obviously, just normal mode. This is what I'm on now, and what I'm using now, my work mode, I guess. So that's going to be really important in your goals as well, guys, as well, like I said, turning off those notifications on your watch as well. So that's what I did. That's what I did last week. I got around 10K a day in. Now, this isn't a magical number. This just happens to be my average generally. I ate out a few times. I had McDonald's a couple of times. I definitely had an ice cream. And we had pizza as well. I think we had one really high day of steps, which was the day we had pizza. And that was like 20,000 steps, something like that. We walked to get pizza and walked back. But generally, it was a pretty easy week. I did a bit of cardio. Maybe I did, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour across the whole week. While I was waiting for Cam, or because I was editing a video, so I thought I may as well do something at the same time rather than just sit in the changing room. So that's what I did there. So it wasn't a tough week, guys. Mentally, it was tough. Work was tough, but I wasn't really struggling with my kind of weight loss goals. I also had a lot of dark chocolate I did not track. I tend to go through dark chocolate like there's no tomorrow. So even though I'm tracking like 1,800, I'm probably eating more because of the calories in dark chocolate that I'm not tracking. So that means I'm probably eating more, let's say 1,900 to 2,000 a day. I'm still losing weight. Okay, this is very rough, by the way. So that's my review from last week. Down 0.8 pounds. Hit about, if I had to put a percentage on my goals, I'd say I probably hit about 80% of my goals last week, which is fine. What can I do better? So Sam's one of our clients, and this is what we ask in our check-in. So give me some wins from last week and one thing that you need to work on over the next week or so. So what can mine be? Mine could be, because I'm still doing the 10 minutes of me time a day, right? I'm still keeping to that. So that's obviously still going to be my main goal. And anyone who got the email this morning would understand what I mean by like the main goal. And then my side goals, one of them would be probably track 3 times this week, like track 3 times. Carry on with hitting my protein as is, keep steps up. Yeah, I'd probably say that because I hit all my workouts. Let me track 3 days this week. That's going to be my goal. Cool. So that's it, guys. I'm hoping to dip. So one day last week I dipped under 150, so 149.2 or something like that. It was Thursday. If you look at my graph, my Thursdays are always like low, and then my Fridays are high because we normally have pizza on a Thursday because it's our day off. So we are not going for pizza this Thursday. We're actually going to, I hope, the national park to do some. It's not really hiking, it's just walking. We're just going to go for, hours of walking, depending on the weather. So there's that. But we are going to go Saturday for pizza because it's our last kind of like afternoon off. And that's basically what's going to happen, which means my weight is probably going to go up on Sunday. But I expect that. I understand why. And I'm not freaking out about it. That's just what's going to happen. So I'm going to track 3 days this week. And maybe I'll do one of them today because it's easier to get them done earlier on in the week. So I'm not like pedaling, trying to catch up at the end of the week, if that makes sense. So that's it, guys. I hope it's been helpful to help you to understand how I review my goals. I'm also going to put up my progress pictures and talk over them from last week in my new Instagram account. So if you're not over there and you want to come and support, it's a personal account for my own accountability. It's not like, do these full tips. It's not like that. It's just me being raw, real, and authentic about my weight loss journey and what I'm doing about it, basically. So if you want to come over there, it's weight loss and wandering, like WANDERING, wandering. And happy to have you over there. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll speak to you guys soon. Have a good one.